Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
Taco Tuesday. What's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. This is episode number 434. Episode number 434, 434, for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter, folks. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. And I'm also on the same name on Gab, which is the Twitter alternative, folks. Anyway, now that we got that all the way, I want to hope that you had a decent, 3-day weekend, folks. I mean, we had Martin Luther the King Day yesterday off. And for you folks that were expecting a show, I want to extend my sincerest apologies. Since we don't have that much time left for Obama's tenure, I decided to take the liberty to go ahead and feel a little bit trans-black yesterday, if that makes any kind of sense. That's right, folks. I decided to be a little bit of trans-black yesterday, felt a little black. So as a result, I took yesterday off, folks, and I know a lot of people were all upset, and they were like, oh, my God, I thought that you were going to do a show, and I can't believe you. I have a day off. Hey, give me a break, all right? I broadcasted on Christmas Eve. I broadcasted on New Year's Eve. I mean, give this man a break right here. You understand that? I mean, I'm literally broadcasting 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. The hardest working man in broadcasting today. I can guarantee you that right damn now. So won't you give me a break yesterday? I felt a little trans-black. People can do that now, right? Because we got the Sean King, and we got the racial doziels. We got these black people within the black community actually trying to justify these white folks in blackface, that they can be trans-black. I felt a little trans-black yesterday, decided just not to get out of bed, do anything. You know what I mean? So I decided not to do a goddamn thing. Anyway, folks, with that being said, a lot of things have taken place thus far, folks. I mean, there's just a bunch of stuff to talk about. The markets were closed yesterday for Martin Luther the King Day. And I do want to go over those now, as well as all the news that has transpired throughout the days here. So without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into the markets, because I'm sure everybody's wondering what in the blue hell is going on out here. First and foremost, folks, the reason that we're seeing a little bit of a slip up in the equities market and seeing a little bit of a rise in the commodities is because of the comments made by Donald Trump suggesting that the dollar may just be a little too valuable right now. And to be completely honest with you, I understand where he's coming from because there's not too many dollars as it is circulating amongst the general American populace. So if we make the dollar valuable because of obviously speculation and the uncertainty that's happening in Europe, so all the investors out there want to get cashed out in American currency, you got a little bit of a run on the dollar. And you had some criticism by Trump that the dollar could be a little bit too valuable right now. And I don't blame him because first and foremost, aside from the lack of circulation of dollars in general, the employment market is still yet to at least salvage anything that resembles some kind of a comeback. We've got consumer sentiment a little bit shaky, to say the least, folks. I mean, take a look at the retailers. Sears is going to close stores. I mean, you got Macy's going to lay off about 1,000 employees, close stores. You've got Kohl's, not necessarily meeting up to expectations. Today, folks, Claire's Inc., which is a little teeny bopper store where all the teenagers get their ears pierced and get their little earrings and makeup, it pulled his initial public offering today. It actually had an IPO today, initial public offering. And that just tells me, folks, that, even though we're seeing great strength in the dollar, we're not seeing it in the employment market. We're not seeing it in the consumer sentiment. I mean, we need people to start circulating money out here, and it's just not doing it. And for the dollar to be valuable, for a lack of employment productivity, for a lack of, circulation of the currency itself within the United States, exchanging hands, so to speak, I don't see where a value of the dollar helps anybody but those that are sitting on large mounds of cash. And right now, folks, I mean, what did I read? More than like 70%, almost 70% of America can't even scrape up $1,000 together, all right? Can't even scrape up $1,000 together. So, with that being said, if 70% of the folks in America can't scrap up $1,000, that means that the money, the currency, is being held by a small group of people. And if those small group of people continue to hold that capital as the value of the dollar keeps going up, there is no remedy to basically take the monies that is residing in those people's reserves and have them spend it accordingly to spawn economic creativity, if you understand what I'm saying. So as a result, folks, the comments by Trump, I feel, were somewhat necessary to ease the over-speculation that's happening on the dollar right here, because we need it. And Trump sees what the Federal Reserve is doing this year, fiscal year 2017, in calling for 4 separate interest rate increases in fiscal year 2017. 4 different interest rate hikes, folks, excuse me. All right, sorry, I've had a day off. I was trans-black yesterday. I was a little lazy, okay, with all due respect. Anyway, the point is, folks, is that Trump sees the writing on the wall. He sees that if we have over-speculation right now on the currency, and then you combine that with the 4 interest rate hikes that Federal Reserve is going to implement in 2017, it's a recipe for disaster. I mean, we need money to start circulating out here so that we can start generating wealth, so that we can start generating economic opportunities for people. So I am actually glad that Donald Trump said something about this over-speculation in the U.S. currency, because it's not just happening here in America, it's happening all over the world. I mean, there's so much economic uncertainty. You've got investors in the international community wanting to cash out in U.S. currency, and I don't blame them. But the bottom line is we got to do something to curb this over-speculation, because we've got interest rate hikes coming up, and if you've got a high-value dollar, okay, let's just take, for instance, what Trump is trying to do here, what he sees. Trump sees that if we have a high over-speculated dollar right now, and the value of the dollar is very, very high, okay, if we have these interest rate hikes, 4 of them in 2017, that is going to, by de facto, increase the value of the dollar on top of the over-speculation that is currently taking place at this point in time. So if we're already seeing, 14-year highs we saw here recently on the dollar. If we're already at those highs, if the interest rates increase the 4 times it will increase according to the Federal Reserve scheduling, it's going to increase the value of the dollar. And that's just a recipe for disaster, folks, because right now dollars are not circulating, man. I mean, they're being hoarded right now. And the proof is in the overinflated stock market. The proof is in the overinflated real estate market. I mean, we're going through an asset bubble is what Carl Icahn likes to say. And let me tell you something, Carl Icahn knows a thing or two about business. And we are witnessing right now an asset bubble. And as I stated, folks, the reason that you've got all these inflated prices in equities and real estate, art right now is unbelievable. I mean, the art market is completely inflated, all right? But the reason that you've got these inflated prices, folks, is because we had all these stimulus packages and all these quantitative easings, which is nothing more than a fancy way of saying that they're printing money. They're going to continue to print money. If you've been following the show long enough, you know I've been a very big critic of continuously printing money because it devalues the value of the currency. Well, what's happening now is that those that actually got a hold of that currency that was constantly being printed by the government and by the Federal Reserve, they're hoarding it, and they're hoarding it by either having it in a savings, which I doubt they are, bonds, equities, real estate, all the inflated bubbles that you are seeing right now as we speak. So when you hear Donald Trump suggest that the dollar is a little too valuable, I mean, I see it. I see it, man. Because if it becomes too valuable, folks that are hoarding are not going to want to get rid of it. You understand? I mean, that's all there is to it. And we need them to take that freaking capital that they're sitting on. We need for them to take that currency that they're sitting on and spend it. All right? We got to give them incentive to do so. Now, with that being said, I mean, this is just a suggestion and comments that made by Donald Trump that made this retract here as far as the dollar's value. And when the value of the dollar goes down, well, you're going to see some ripple effects all across the board. I mean, it had spooked the equities market, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and get to it right now, folks, all right? Because as I stated, I agree with Donald Trump on his comments for an overinflated dollar. I mean, it's over-speculated. It's too valuable right now. All right? I mean, we have no employment market at this point in time. Consumer sentiment is not nil. We're not doing anything. So it makes no sense to have a valued dollar when our economy is pathetic. I mean, to be honest with you, and you get to thank Mr. Yes We Can over here, who's got 3 days left. Good God, thank God. 3 days left for Mr. Yes We Can over here, but we could thank him for this economic situation that we currently find ourselves in as a country. Now, let's go ahead and get to the market, shall we? The Dow obviously took a header today, not a tremendous header, but still was in the negative. Very, very weird helter-skelter market today. If you take a look at the intraday chart, folks, really weird at the end of the day buying for some reason. I have no idea what these idiots are doing on the stock market. These people are smoking crack like I've suggested. I don't even understand why people are sitting here saying, oh, yeah, we're going to get Dow Jones 20,000. Why? How? How is that justified, you morons? Jesus Christ. Anyway, listen. Dow Jones Industrials is down today 58.96 points, a percentage decrease of 0.30%, closing out the Dow Jones Industrials at 19,826.77 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. All right, I mean, it's going down a little bit. Still think it's way inflated, as I've always suggested, but at some point in time we're going to see this contraction, and we should see it sooner than later here. I mean, I don't know what the hell's taking so long. I mean, there's nothing justifying these inflated index averages. There's nothing. I mean, financial fundamentals have gone out the window here, man. Anyway, listen, I don't need to get so cracked up about it, but I don't know what these people are doing. I'd like to get to the market to where it's not as ridiculous, all right? Where the finances of the fundamentals of finance are at the focal point of all investors, for heaven's sake. Anyway, S&P 500 also down today. S&P is down 6.75 points, a percentage decrease of 0.30%. Closing out the S&P 500 at 2,267.89 points for the S&P 500. Let's go ahead and get to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ also down today, folks, 35.39 points, a percentage decrease of 0.63%, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,538.73 points for the NASDAQ composite. Once again, we are seeing some slip in the equities because of comments made by Trump suggesting that the U.S. currency is just a little too valuable at this current time, and I agree with him. I mean, why do you think that I've been sitting on cash, folks? I called this. I knew that cash was going to be king. It's still king, to be honest with you, all right? I mean, the only reason that he's trying to calm speculation down is because there's 4 scheduled interest rate hikes by the goddamn Federal Reserve, all right? And if you got a high dollar, all right, you got a high-value dollar, and then you bring in these interest rates, it's only going to make the dollar that much more valuable, which is only going to make the people that have the dollars just sit on them that much longer. So I'm just saying, folks, all right? I'm just saying. Anyway, folks, let's continue going on here. Let's get to commodities. Now, we should see some increases in commodities, obviously, if the dollar's going to slide, specifically in metals, but we shall see as we do the rundown in commodities. Let's get to energy first, shall we? WTI sweet crude is up today. It is up 16 cents. A percentage increase of 0.31%, closing out WTI at $52.53 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude down today slightly. For some reason, it is down 37 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.66%, closing out Brent crude at $55.49 per barrel of Brent crude oil. We got gasoline slipping today. It is down 0.59%. We've got natural gas down today 0.67%. And heating oil is slightly up at 0.04% today. Let's go ahead and get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! Now, as I stated in the beginning of the broadcast, if we're seeing a slip in the dollar because of Donald Trump's comments, which I wholeheartedly agree with at this point in time, we were bound to see some increases in these metals, and I hope that you folks, heeded my call. I said that everybody should be, at least putting about 10 to 15% of their portfolio in metals, so that if you do have some potential contractions in your portfolio and your equities, it'll be offset by the metals, and it'll be offset by other investments that, puts an equilibrium on the portfolio, folks. I mean, that's inevitably what you want as you're building your net worth, all right? Now, folks, if you'd have listened to yours truly, you'd have made a little money today. I was saying that this morning, folks. I mean, I tweeted, I was up at about 6 in the morning. I think I tweeted at about 6:30 that Trump made some comments about the dollar, that it may be a little too valuable, and I tweeted, watch those commodities, baby, watch gold and silver, and that just didn't include here in America. Out there in Britannia right now, with the uncertainty of a hard Brexit or a soft Brexit, or why, they don't know what the hell they're doing, but Theresa May finally came out and kind of half-assed said that she was going to do a hard Brexit, or what is being interpreted as a hard Brexit. That also slipped the British pound sterling, folks, which obviously caused gold and silver to go up in Britannia and in the European markets. So once again, I mean, this is exactly how the game works. That's why you always have to be on top of your game, so you can make more money, so you can live lavish, so you can carve out your own destiny, so you can be the ultimate capitalist you can be.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Now, with that being said, let's just go ahead and get to the metals, shall we? Gold, folks, is up today $20.50. All right? A percentage increase of 1.71% increase on the day, closing out gold at $1,216.70 per troy ounce of gold. Silver also saw a major increase today. I'm telling you, I hope that y'all heeded my warning about this stuff. All right? I mean, making money, baby, that's what I do. That's what I do. Anyway, silver is up today, 46 cents, a percentage increase of 2.74% increase on the day. Good God. 2.74% increase on the day for silver, closing out silver at $17.23 per troy ounce of silver. Copper took it on the teeth today. And the reason we're seeing copper down is because we saw it on the rise as gold and silver were down here for the past several sessions. Well, you're seeing some cash outs today. Copper is down 2.64% decrease on the day for copper, and platinum is down modestly 0.01% decrease on the day for platinum. Let's go ahead and get to agriculture. Let's get to the grains. Now, what did I say? What did I say? When we see a slip in the dollar, we should see an increase in commodities. Haven't I always said that, boy? Huh? Because if the value of the dollar decreases, well, then the value of the commodities increase. All right? You get it? Fundamental to finance. Now, let's see if it's reflected here in the grains as if it was in the goddamn metals commodities. Let's see if it's reflected, shall we? Grains. Corn is up 1.95% increase on the day for corn. You see what I'm saying? Fundamentals of finance. All right? Dollar goes down, commodities go up. It's as simple as that. Anyway, wheat is up today. 1.76% increase on the day for wheat. Man, you see this green? You see these percentage increases? Huh? The dollar decreasing in value, all right? Oats is up 2.78% increase on the day for oats. Rough rice is up 0.51% increase on the day for rice. Soybean is up 2.20% increase on the day for soybean. Soybean oil is down modestly today, 0.11% decrease for soybean oil. And canola is up today, 0.97% increase on the day for canola. Let's go ahead and get to the soft, shall we? Cocoa, the base for chocolate, is up today, 0.99% increase on the day for cocoa. Coffee.
Hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude. Just don't talk to me.
Shut up, you stupid little fruit bowl. Coffee is up today, 0.40% increase on the day. We have continued to see increases in coffee, folks. I'm telling you this right now. The folks that go attend Starbucks, I mean, they're going to keep coming out the pocket. I'm telling you this right now. They're going to keep coming out the pocket for those $15 lattes, and I don't even know, God knows why. Freaking Starbucks. Anyway, we've got sugar. Sugar is up today, 1.02% increase on the day for sugar. And good God, OJ, I don't know what's going on in the orange juice markets. I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you. I mean, we're at a 30-year low production. It's obvious that the demand of drinking orange juice is lacking in this country. That's the only way I could say it. Orange juice down, folks. 5.21% decrease on the day. Good God! Anyway, we got cotton down, 0.22% decrease on the day for cotton. We've got lumber up today, 0.42% increase on the day for lumber. We've got rubber up today, 0.17% increase on the day for rubber. And ethanol is up today, 2.03% increase on the day for ethanol. Let's go ahead and get to livestock, shall we? Now we're once again going to see some increases, or at least we should, across the board with a drop in the dollar's value. So let's see if it's reflected in the livestock commodities, and it is. Live cattle up 0.91% increase on the day for live cattle. Cattle feeder futures is up 0.58% increase on the day for cattle feeder, and lean hog is up 0.14% increase on the day for lean hog. And before I get to the end of the markets, I do want to remind everybody I am incorporating some reporting on Bitcoin, because now that we have so many cashless societies like they're implementing in India, like they're implementing in Venezuela, cryptocurrency has now become an actual viable currency for many of these folks that have no other alternative as a means of exchanging goods and services. So as a result of that, folks, when we heard the comments from Donald Trump as it pertains to the United States currency being a little too valuable, you know it was going to make waves in the Bitcoin market, because Bitcoin itself is a currency, all right? And the bottom line is that Bitcoin rose in value, a nice good spike today, because of the comments by Donald Trump suggesting that the U.S. dollar is too valuable, which this show and yours truly absolutely agrees. And because of those comments, we're seeing a rise in Bitcoin. Bitcoin price right now is $907.62 per Bitcoin, folks. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass. Anyway, folks, as I suggested, we are seeing a decrease in commodities because of the comments by Donald Trump. I alluded to why I agree with his comments. The dollar is way over-speculated at this point in time. We have 4 different interest rate hikes scheduled for fiscal year 2017 by the Federal Reserve. So if we have a valuable dollar, it's only going to get more and more valuable as the Federal Reserve increases interest rates. And as a result, folks, things are going to get, it's going to get pretty hard to buy things, because it's going to get pretty hard to find money, because everybody's going to save it. And right now we have a problem with the lack of circulation of currency, because the people that do have the currency, they are sitting on it because it's valuable right now. They got it in stock. They got it in real estate. So this is what I'm suggesting, folks, why Donald Trump made the comments he did, and I'm glad he did. All right, I'm glad he did. Anyway, folks, let's continue going here. We're already halfway done with the first hour. Let me go ahead and get right into the news before we get to some Twitter shout-outs, okay, folks? Now, first and foremost, we've got 3 days left of Barack Obama's tenure. I mean, can it get any more slower? I mean, it's like walking in freaking quicksand, or, walking in a freaking stairway that has been freaking douched with freaking glue or something. I mean, the slowness of it. Get this guy out of here! Oh my God, I'm tired of this freaking Obama, man. This guy has given more farewell speeches, farewell interviews. I mean, and every time he does, he refers to himself like some narcissistic asshole. Enough of this guy. I've had just about enough of this guy. I'm serious. All right? 3 days! 3 more days of Obama. Can you take it? I can barely take it. I can be honest with you, folks. As a matter of fact, I need a drink, for Christ's sake. Where's my drink? Good God. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good there. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get right down to the nitty-gritty because we have a lot of things to talk about here today in this broadcast. Of course, we just went over the markets and how Donald Trump affected the markets with his dollar value comments and that he suggests the dollar is too valuable. 3 days left of Obama's tenure, and I cannot wait for Trump's inauguration. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot of nefarious things afoot as it pertains to Trump's inauguration, which we're going to get to in the second hour. But the first thing I want to talk about is this. I want to talk about how Donald Trump now, all right, with 3 days left of Obama, with this administration, Obama, who has been trying to instigate a nuclear confrontation with Russia, and finally, I'm glad that, Putin didn't take the bait. I mean, we still got 3 days. But I'm glad that Putin did not take the bait, folks. Donald Trump attempts to send an olive branch to Russia and suggests that, listen, this newly enforced sanctions that were put up by the United States, Donald Trump is willing to end those sanctions in an exchange for a new nuclear deal. Oh, look at this guy. I mean, Donald Trump, I'm telling you, this guy is a peacemaker. I'm serious. There's a peacemaker up in here, man. I mean, how far have we done a complete 180 as far as the political spectrum is concerned? All right? I mean, we've got the Republican Party at least represented by Trump. I'm not talking about those asshole establishment jerk dicks that are in the Congress and in the party. But Trump is now the peace president, and the left, the so-called peacetime Democrats, remember that? During the Iraq War when they were bitching and moaning about Bush, and rightfully so, but what happened? What happened? These people are a bunch of chicken hawks, man. These Democrats are now a bunch of chicken hawks, and they want to go to war. They don't just want to go to war. They want the big one. I mean, they want a nuclear confrontation with Russia, and they have been trying to do so, for the past several months at this point in time. Take a look at all the deployment of troops in the borders of the Ukraine on the Russian border, in Poland. I hear there's troops deployed in Norway, for Christ's sake. We don't want your war. Do you understand that, Obama? All right? We know what you're trying to do. If you implement a war, and this is what he's trying to do. I'm going to be honest with you. He's trying to get Putin to take a belligerent stance so that Obama can justify not only his tenure as continued president, but potentially the justification of jailing Donald Trump and his campaign and his administration and his cohorts for supposedly being affiliated with the enemy, or what would be the enemy at that time, and that is Russia. So once again, I am glad that Putin did not take the bait. Obama's out of here in 3 days. Good God, get out of here! And Trump says that he is willing to end the Russian sanctions that were enforced by Obama. He's willing to end them if they, and I'm talking about Russia and the United States, go back on the debating table, go back on the negotiating table, and work out a new nuclear deal. Come on, man. This is a guy who's getting things done. I know that people in the internets and people in the political field, people that are political junkies, they're not used to this stuff. Most folks are used to politicians mouthing off of their gator, just running their gator about anything and everything, that they're going to do this for this, they're going to do this for that, and they do absolutely nothing. And you know what I've always found fascinating about the American public is that they just accepted this from these jerk-offs in Washington for all these years. These establishment idiots, including Obama, everybody. You know what I mean? Just mouthing off, talking all kinds of nonsense, promising all kinds of things, and then once they take power, they do nothing. They do absolutely nothing. And we have been perpetually voting in these jerk-offs who's been doing this for the past 50, 60 years. with the election of Donald Trump, folks, it signifies that the American people do not want, they absolutely do not want career bureaucrats. Somebody who takes public office as a means of a career, as a means of gaining wealth. I find it also fascinating that all these career bureaucrats who do nothing but public service, quote unquote, at the end of their tenure, they all end up becoming millionaires miraculously. Haven't you found that rather coincidental? Huh? I'm just saying, man. I mean, give me a freaking break. So once again, folks, 3 days left. We got Obama out of here. I can't wait. I don't know about you folks. I don't know. Maybe you people are out here. You're pissing and moaning because you may have to go back to work. You're pissing and moaning because your welfare check may be cut. You may have to go back on work fare. Whatever. I don't know what you're thinking. But let me tell you, this damn gravy train of you people that are just unlimitedly getting entitlements, and I'm talking food cards, I'm talking housing voucher programs, I'm talking welfare. You people's days are numbered, all right? You people's days are numbered, and it's time for you to get back to work. That's what it's time for you to do. Do you understand that? So the only people that are bitching out here, in my opinion, are a bunch of stupid losers that are going to have to piss and moan their way in an attempt to try to keep their entitlement benefits, and it ain't going to work. You had the gravy train for 8 years, all right, and you rubbed it in our faces. Didn't I tell you this, folks? Hey, look back in that archive, folks, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. People would call up my broadcast and say, yeah, Ghost, keep on paying your taxes, baby, yeah. I'm getting food, baby. I'm getting all this stuff on your tax dollar, baby. Yeah, and I'm getting it for my kids, baby. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, go back in the archive. I had countless people call me up trying to rub it in my face that I'm a taxpayer, and these losers are sitting here getting fat, doing absolutely nothing. So that's why I'm telling each and every one of you folks that thought you were going to have an unlimited gravy train, it's all coming back around now, isn't it, boy, huh? I told you so, boy. I told you, damn welfare recipient food card ass cracks. I told you that this time was going to come. I told you. You know, while y'all were out here, hey, guys, keep paying your taxes, yeah, because I'm eating big, baby, and I don't have to do nothing. Yeah, you're going to have to go back to work, you son of a bitch. Get back to work. I can't wait, folks. I can't wait. And on top of that, okay, on top of the fact that you got Donald Trump out here basically going to kick ass and take names as far as the entitlements are concerned. He recently said here that he is going to slash federal jobs by 20% right off the bat. Yes, I told you, bureaucrats. I told you, welfare recipients. I told you all this day would come. I told you all. I told you. You see, you sat there, fat in your own fat ass, collecting off our entitlement, collecting off our tax dollars, thinking that you were going to get that in unlimited abundance. Look at you now, boy. Look at your goddamn ass now. And that goes for you bureaucrats, too. I told you, bureaucrats, didn't I say it? I used to say all the goddamn time that it would be a great day, a great goddamn day in American history when these goddamn bureaucrats are in the unemployment line where they belong, and they got to be accountable. They got to be accountable for what the hell they're doing, for Christ's sake, instead of being some two-bit jerk dick, paper-pushing loser that thinks because they have the authority to control people's lives that they use it to make people's lives miserable. You bureaucrats, your days are numbered. God damn, I'm loving this capitalist revolution, man. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving this capitalist revolution. I'm telling you, Trump, I'm waiting 3 days. 3 days, and this Obama nightmare is over, man. Please. 3 days, and it's over, man. All the things I said was going to, didn't I say was going to happen? I told you. I told you all years ago. I told you the capitalists were going to take over. And I told you, you dumbasses that are collecting welfare and all this other crap, you're going to be put back to work. Not to mention you idiots that are out there collecting disability. You know what Trump's going to do? He's going to send the bureaucrats that want their jobs, all right, to investigate who's committing fraud out here, who's really sick, who's really poor, who really's needy. And I'm telling you this right now, when they find the fraud in each and every one of you idiots out there that don't deserve these entitlements, Donald Trump's administration is going to take it out of your ass. All right? You don't believe me? You keep taking your entitlements. You keep, out here screwing the government over, committing fraud, and think that's going to last forever. I'm telling you this right now. When Donald Trump takes power, he's going to threaten the bureaucrats at these bureaucracies and say, hey, if you want your job, whoever's going to give me the most fraud on what is being committed out here in these bureaucracies, they're going to keep their goddamn job. And I'm telling you this right now, you people are going to see a whole new America in 2017. I guarantee it. It's going to be a whole new America. It's going to be a capitalist America. Because it's ran by capitalists, folks. Take a look at Donald Trump. Take a look at the administration. Do you understand me? This is a capitalist revolution. It's happening right before your eyes, folks. It's happening right before your eyes. And I knew it was going to come to pass, baby. That's why I'm back. That's why I'm here. That's why I've got so much vigor. That's why I'm filled with piss and fury, for Christ's sake. And I've got so much passion and so much energy, man. I can feel the capitalist fervor in the year 2017. I can feel it. I can goddamn feel it, for Christ's sake. Give me my drink. Damn right I can feel it. Anyway, folks, once again, 3 days left in Obama's presidency. Go away, Obama. And Obama, I cannot wait till you are a black mark in American history. No pun intended. So for all you assholes that are like, oh, that's racist, nah. Shut up, all right? This is a new America now, all right? We ain't going to be all upset and butthurt over a couple of jokes, a couple of words, all right? As long as people aren't infringing upon your personal property, upon your rights, your individual rights, well, then who the hell cares what people call you, for Christ's sake? A parent could call you a racist term. Who cares? You know, I came from a day and age when racism was used in a comedic form because everybody kind of understood that not everybody was going to get along based upon not just the skin color, but the cultural makeup of a person. I remember shows like Archie Bunker, and I remember these racial humorists like Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy and these types of folks out here. I mean, nobody took offense to anything. Look at it now, folks. Goddamn political correct crap. So wipe your dirty derriere with your political correctness, boy. I'm serious. Anyway, folks, before I get to Twitter shout-outs, breaking news, Obama decides to grant Chelsea Manning, which, of course, if you're not familiar, is the individual who leaked the United States diplomatic cables to WikiLeaks, which was, very, very damning to the United States' credibility to its foreign partners in the international community, to say the least. Anyway, in the process of being prosecuted, Manning decided that he was no longer a man, he is a woman now, and he has been a woman ever since. So now we are to refer to Manning, who is the individual who leaked these cables to WikiLeaks. This was some time ago, of course. This was back in, 07, 08, 09, something like that? A long time ago. Chelsea Manning is now getting clemency from Obama, and I wonder why. I wonder why that is. Part of me speculates because obviously he wants to pander to the LGBT thing, which is probably the only foundation he has left in his legacy. The idea that, he made marriage legal for gays, and in actuality, he could care less, all right? I mean, he only did it because he knew that the Democrats needed a base, and at the time, the Democrats were playing progressive left politics, which is divide and conquer. So the more groups that you have segmented against each other, the better off the Democrats are. That's why they do this crap. But aside from that, I also believe that Obama is giving clemency because Manning, the majority of the cables that he released affected the Bush administration. And to be completely honest with you, that really doesn't affect Obama, given the fact that he is a classic bureaucratic psychopath. And it kind of makes him look good at the end of his goddamn tenure, all right? It makes him look liberal-esque. I mean, this is purely PR, folks, all right? Obama granting Chelsea Manning clemency. This is purely PR. I'm serious. Pure PR, for Christ's sake. And I'm sick of it. I'm going to be honest. I'm so sick of it. I can't believe it. I'm sick of it. Now, Assange says in the same tweet, as he tweets out the news about Obama granting Manning clemency, Assange will agree to U.S. extradition despite clear unconstitutionality of the DOJ case. So Assange is potentially turning himself in as a result, I believe, of the clemency being granted by Chelsea Manning. So this is very interesting here. Once again, who knows what's going on with this crap anymore? I know for a fact that it was a objective of Julian Assange to get Chelsea Manning released because, I mean, even though he doesn't want to admit it, Chelsea Manning was the source for the WikiLeaks cables that basically put WikiLeaks on the map as a institutional publication that basically forced governments into transparency. And it's been doing that ever since. So as a result, folks, I don't know if this could be potentially a plot to nab Assange. I think this is a very, very serious situation now. Clemency is going to be granted to Chelsea Manning, but apparently it seems as if Julian Assange is going to turn himself in and be extradited to the United States. Now, I'm hoping that all goes well, but at the same time, if it doesn't, well, we all know what happened, but at the same time, if it does and he lands in America and he is imprisoned in America, I am assuming that he feels that Donald Trump will give him a pardon. And I personally believe that if anybody deserves a pardon, it's definitely Julian Assange because of all that he has done, sacrificed, and built in an attempt to show the corruption that was the Democratic Party. And this is a liberal guy here. This is not somebody who is for a lot of these, right-wing causes per se. But he saw the corruption of the Democrats. He saw the corruption of the liberals in this country, and he couldn't sit back and stay quiet about this. So this man deserves a pardon, hands down. He's done more for this country, I think, than anyone has in contemporary history. I mean, he has exposed the truth and the ugliness of what the hell is involved in the Democratic Party, to say the least. I'm serious. I mean, that's just bottom line, let's go ahead and free Assange, baby, all right? Pardon for Assange, Trump. Come on, baby. Anyway, let me go ahead and get to everybody's one of the favorite parts of the broadcast, and that's Twitter shout-outs, all right? And for you folks that are unaware, if you want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, all you've got to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. That's right, folks. The tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. And if you retweet that tweet, I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. And before we get into anything, I want to remind everybody that we are mailing the ghosties as well as any other remaining outstanding cards that people are requesting. If you didn't get yours, you got back to me. I mean, these are all going out tomorrow, and be expecting it now. Jill Stein did pay for the recount for the best chat room of the Ghosties 2016. Now, I unfortunately have to say that it's too close to call right now. It's too close. I'm sorry. It's too close to call. We're going to need another $500,000 from Jill Stein so we can get some hanging Chad readers so we can get a proper recount here. So Jill Stein, another $500,000 so that we can continue the recount to the Ghosties Best Chat Room 2016. We are continuing to do so. All right. Anyway, with that being said, do we have any Twitter shout-outs, engineer? All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. Anyway, folks, how about Dirk Diggler? What's going on? Distilling Penis. What's going on Distilling Penis? We got Jimmy Super Die Snuka. Jimmy Super Die Snuka. Come on, man. All right, I mean, he died. All right, we get it. I mean, come on. Anyway, who else do we have here? We got David Brock Shill Ghost. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Are you kidding? I wouldn't take $1 from David Brock. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't trust David Brock with my dog. Kidding me? Anyway, we got Deflate Brady. Oh, Deflate Brady. That's great. Yeah, that's great. And look, I don't want to talk about football. All right, don't remind me about football. I don't want to talk about football. Shove footballs up your ass. I don't want to talk about football anymore. Right? All right. Anyway, we got the Smiler going on. What's going on? The Governor Wolf. Ghost Swear Jar. Ghost Swear Jar. What are you talking about? Y'all trying to get moral on me now, huh? You want me to put in some money for a swear jar every time I swear on the broadcast? Go shove it up your ass.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Anyway, we got Vivian HD in the place. What's going on? We got Clyde Cash, Dr. Bristle in the place. Once again, if you want a Twitter shout-out, all you got to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. What's going on? Anyway, we got ND Juicy in the place. What's going on, man? We got Exara Hawks in the house. Engineer Politics, where the hell that is. We got Big Tough Capitalist in the house. What's going on, man? We got FBI Agent Alcow. What's going on? We got Manhood Magic in the place. Who else do we have here, for Christ's sake? I'm not going to say that disgusting name. Ghost play Overwatch. No, I'm not going to play no stupid freaking Overwatch. Drones for Assange. Who the hell would say something like that? Screw you, ass crack. We got Liberty Capitalist in the house. The Green Leader in the place. What's going on? We've got Ghost times Boogie. What the hell? Shut up. And don't bring up Boogie on my broadcast ever again there, you piece of crap. We got the 727 caller. We got the Green Bio. Commando Nando. What's going on, Commando? We've got the Dallas Choke Boy. Oh, shut up, you dumbass. Shut up about the freaking Cowboys game. Shut up about football. I don't want to talk about football anymore this season. The season is over as far as I'm concerned. The season is over. So shove it up your ass. I don't want to hear you talk about it. I don't want to hear you talk about it no more. So shut up. Give me that damn mic. Give me the mic. I don't want to hear you sons of bitches talk about it anymore. Just shut up. Anyway, we got Smooth Capitalist in the place. Jizzmaster 3000, the Shrub Whisperer, Packers 34, Cowboys 31. Look, shut up about the goddamn game. Shut up. I don't want to talk about that goddamn game, all right? The Cowboys were ripped off, all right? They were ripped off by the referees. They were ripped off. Anyway, Flinchbird. What's going on with Flinchbird? We got Sergeant Yoda in the place. We got Hans Guvensmits, Scarlet Poop Tickler. Oh, that's fresh. Poison Stoner, Nigerian Poop Tickler. Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God, shut up. We got Woodshed Poop Tickler. Well, what the hell is going on with all these poop ticklers? What the hell's going on with all these poop ticklers, for Christ's sake, man? Don't taint this Taco Tuesday, man. I'm serious. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. We had a bad ending on last broadcast, last Friday. I don't want to go there, all right? I don't want to go there anymore. I don't want to go there again, so shut up. We got the Brony Network in the place. What's going on, man? We got Dallas got packed. Ah, you son of a... Damn it. Hey, I don't want to talk about freaking football. The Cowboys got ripped off. You know it, and I know it, so shut up. They got ripped off. You know, give me the mic. Let me tell you something, you scumbags. You know what I think? I think there's an element of racism in that game. Look, I don't want to sound like a social justice warrior here, all right? But I think that the refs had something against Dak Prescott being a black quarterback. You know, I'm not joking. I'm not joking around. Did you see how that game was refereed? It was a joke. They clearly favored the white quarterback. How convenient. Anyway, listen, I don't want to go there. Look, shut up. You see, you already got me going to ride. Look, this is not a freaking sports show, so just shut up, all right? Just shut up. I don't want to talk about the damn game. I'm serious. I don't want to talk about the goddamn Dallas game. So shut your damn pie hole about it. Anyway, what's going on to Bash, TCA? What's going on? We got the Flute, whatever the hell the Flute, what's going on? We got Haitian Poop Tickler. Oh, Jesus Christ. We got the Trans Black. Somebody else is acting Trans Black today, huh? We got the Trans Bill of Rights. did you put a pair of balls on the bill? They put a pair of balls on the freaking Bill of Rights. Good God. I don't want to talk about football. I already see another football name. Shut up, all right? I'm serious. I don't want to talk about it, okay? Tohu merch when? Are you idiots serious? No. Ghosties Club 33. What the hell does that mean? What are y'all talking about, huh? We got Comrade Choco in the place. I'm only going to take a couple more of these Twitter shout-outs because I can already see where this is going. Every day it's the same crap. Every day it's freaking Groundhog Day, for Christ's sake. Anyway, we got Neon Poop Tickler. Neon Poop Tickler? What the crap? What the crap is this crap? We've got the trans steak. You put a pair of balls on a steak. You son of a shit! Man, listen, that's why I took yesterday off. You see this? It always ends up the same. This is why I take yesterday off. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I'm telling you, man, every day it's getting harder and harder to do this goddamn show. I can tell you that right goddamn now. It's getting harder to do this broadcast, man. Give me the mic. It's getting harder to do this broadcast. Jesus Christ. Hey, Fudge Pack Cowboys. That's great, asshole. Shut up. Anyway, folks, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Every one of my episodes is time dated and stamped and available right there on that address to download absolutely free. And of course, if you haven't done so, follow me on Twitter, all right? The Twitter name to follow, Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. Anyway, I'm going to take a couple more of these Twitter shout-outs, then we're going to move on with the broadcast. We got a packed house today as it pertains to what to discuss. All right, so we got to move on here. We got the Base Lord in the place. We got Supa in the house. What's going on, Supa? We got Julian Assange cosplay. No, man, I don't want to see that now. No, not Julian Assange cosplay. No. Julian Assange cosplay, man. Dallas Steers and Queers. You come down here, you son of a bitch. Come down here and get your ass kicked. Come down here and say that, get a boot in your ass, boy. You come down here and to Texas and say that and see if you don't get a goddamn boot in your hole. Son of a bitch. God damn it. You know what? I've had about enough of this crap. I'm not going to sit here and continue to put up with it. Give me the mic. Give me this mic. Place is a freaking mess. Crap out of here. I'm done with doing Twitter shout-outs, folks. I'm serious. You people are freaking disgusting. You're stupid. I can see you're trying to rub it in my face. The Dallas Cowboys got robbed, for heaven's sake. Dallas Cowboy got robbed. Oh, my God, they really do have Julian Assange cosplay. I'm going to retweet this, folks. Look at this crap. Julian Assange cosplay. Oh, God. Julian Assange cosplay. Oh, my, no. I mean, why do you freaking no life having dorks have to ruin everything for everybody? You know, Julian Assange cosplay. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. What? Why? And why? Why? Julian Assange cosplay. Give me the freak. Julian Assange cosplay. I've had about enough. All right, I've had about enough of this crap. Listen, I thought maybe taking the day off yesterday, you know, would have like smoothed everything over, especially after that horrible ending last Friday. But it seems as if, you know, you idiots are going to keep just egging garbage on. People are going to continue on. You're going to continue to piss me off. I don't get it, man. Jesus Christ. Give me a drink. Give me my drink. I'm telling you, what do I need to do? Do I need to take a couple of weeks off there, you scumbag? Anyway, listen, I'm moving on with the broadcast. We got a lot of things to talk about. I don't have time to, be appeasing a bunch of damn troll terrorists and cyber vermin on a Twitter shout-out crap. Where the hell was I, engineer? That's right. I was talking a little bit about Donald Trump, talking about how he's fucking slashing federal jobs at 20%. Bye-bye, bureaucrats. Get back in the unemployment line where you belong. You're going to have to be accountable for your work ethic now, you paper-pushing scumbags. And I'm loving every minute of it. I'm telling you that right now. I told you this was going to happen. I told you. Anyway, folks, let me calm down here. Let me take a couple of deep breaths. Let me calm down here. Let me move on with the broadcast, all right? Now, folks, one thing I do want to talk about is Trump's inauguration. James O'Keefe has done it again. Him and his team at Project Veritas have uncovered a leftist terrorist plot that is going to take place during the Trump inauguration. Now, for you folks that have not seen this video, I've tweeted it a couple of times. You can go back in my timeline at Politics Ghost to go ahead and take a look at it for yourself. But undercover operatives with Project Veritas find two individuals related to a group. I don't want to say the group in general because I don't want to give them any kind of goddamn airplay, but it's a leftist group. And as a result, all right, this leftist group is threatening in this video, and it's supposed to be in a private meeting setting with one of the Project Veritas operatives, to throw acid, some kind of acid, in the ventilation systems of a certain hotel that is going to house the deplorable. They're talking about potentially doing things like setting off alarms, doing various terrorist acts that were in this particular video. I mean, talking about inflicting damage on people for the sake of what? Anyway, this was a pretty damning video, to say the least. I'm telling you, James O'Keefe has done it again. And if you have not seen it, folks, if you have not seen it, I strongly advise you to see it. As a matter of fact, he should be having a part 2 in this coming up very shortly, to say the least. Okay? So once again, folks, as I stated, we are in the midst of a situation in this inaugural. Listen, I'm a little at a loss for words because I told you guys this was going to happen. I told you that the culmination of all these leftists going out, rabble-rousing, talking about violence, bird dogging, all these staged protests, all this agitation, the calls for assassinating Trump, Rosie O'Donnell, Michael Moore, Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, Meryl Streep, all these disgusting pieces of trash. The culmination is what? You've got these disgusting pieces of trash leftists trying to commit terrorism at the inauguration of Donald Trump, and it's on tape that they have an intent to do it. It's on tape. Now, folks, this isn't the only weird twist in this investigation of Project Veritas. On top of having these two what looks like AIDS-infected lunatics, and the reason I bring up AIDS is because I have always made a correlation that individuals, it seems to me, that are correlated with the Democratic Party, that are operatives that are encouraging violence, encouraging agitation, people like Scott Fogle, for instance, and D. Ray McKesson, other individuals that legitimately try to stoke violence. These people seem to me, in my opinion, to be afflicted with the AIDS. And we found out Scott Fogle has HIV/AIDS. And it seems to me the two individuals that were in this video with the Project Veritas operative look to me that they are afflicted, in my opinion. They look to me like they're afflicted with the AIDS. And if they are, it makes perfect sense why they want to commit terrorist acts and why they don't care about trying to recruit people that obviously they don't know, hence why Project Veritas caught these two stupid fruit bowls on camera, that they don't really care. I mean, they're not necessarily in their right frame of mind. And I'm starting to believe this now, that people with HIV/AIDS, I don't think that they're in their right frame of mind. Now, there is an argument that it could be the medications that are given to these AIDS patients that could be affecting their mental capacity. Now, that could be a definite argument, but it seems to me we're starting to see a correlation with dark, people with ill intent, malice, people that want to hurt people. I'm starting to see a correlation with them having AIDS and them being leaders of people that they're trying to take down into a path to hell. Take in case, for instance, D. Ray McKesson. I say this time and time again because D. Ray McKesson, in my personal opinion, has HIV/AIDS. I mean, he's an HIV/AIDS advocate. I have never heard an HIV/AIDS advocate be one unless they were afflicted with the disease. And if it is, it makes sense why this man is leading the black community down a path to hell, because this man is stoking violence and agitation to provoke these black folks to destroy their own communities, burn down their own black businesses. For what? And this is exactly the point here in this undercover investigative piece by Project Veritas. And, the irony of it all. And what's really eerie about this scenario, aside from having these two AIDS-infected-looking victims talk about, putting acid in the ventilation systems and committing all kinds of acts of domestic terrorism, guess exactly where they wanted to meet up so that they could discuss this nefarious leftist terrorist activity? of all places in the world to meet up to concoct leftist terrorism, all right? Of all the places, these two leftist, AIDS-infected-looking nutcases choose Comet Ping Pong Pizza. Oh, I'm not joking. These two leftist domestic terrorists that are caught on camera, thanks to the great patriot James O'Keefe and his investigative team at Project Veritas, we've got these two disgusting AIDS-infected-looking fruiters talking about committing domestic terrorism at Comet Pizza. At Comet Ping Pong Pizza, the same location that's at the center of Pizzagate. Now, what are the odds of that, man? Somebody please explain to me. If you're a math person, what are the goddamn odds of all places, these two leftist domestic terrorist scumbags choose Comet Ping Pong Pizza of all places to go and hang out and talk about domestic terrorism? What a joke. I mean, you can't make this crap up, folks. You can't make it up. What is it going to take for you people to start recognizing that the truth is stranger than fiction, man? The truth is stranger than fiction. Of all places to go and discuss domestic leftist terrorism, the place that's at the center of the Pizzagate scandal, Comet Ping Pong Pizza. I don't know what else to say. I mean, what else do you all want? I mean, what else do you all want? What proof do you all want that there's something nefarious going on over there? And lest we forget, Podesta and Hillary Clinton, they had themselves a little get-together over there. They had themselves a little fundraiser over there. James Elefantis, the owner of that son of a bitch and fruit bowl goddamn nefarious Comet Ping Pong, was bragging about it on his Instagram. Anyway, folks, on top of that, let me go ahead and retweet this tweet here. One of the members of these people, okay, I believe one of the members of this anti-fascist coalition is what they call it, was once a child pedophile sympathizer, and he penned a child pedophile article defending such sex acts with children. Here, let me go ahead and retweet this here. I'm going to retweet it again. There it is right there, okay? Look at this. And how convenient this same lunatic, all right, chooses Comet Ping Pong to go and discuss domestic terrorism. I mean, what are the goddamn odds, huh? And what are they going to say? They're going to say this is fake news too? What are they going to call James O'Keefe fake, for Christ's sake? I mean, are you kidding me? They got these scumbags on camera. You understand that? They got these scumbags on camera, for Christ's sake. So that's why I'm saying, folks, that's why I'm saying we better keep our eyes open and we better pray for Trump at this point in time, because as I told you, he's got a lot of enemies out here, and let me tell you, it is disgusting. And I told you, folks, that it's going to get down to a point where we're not going to have a choice. I mean, these damn leftist idiots are going to be so goddamn terroristic and lunatic and crazy that, let me tell you something. We have to start rounding these people up. I've said it. I've been saying it for freaking months. We have to round these people up. And look, if the FBI don't want to do it, if the law enforcement don't want to do it, then we have to do it, folks. We have to make a citizen's arrest and slap the cuffs on these people and throw them in jail ourselves if necessary. I'm not even joking around. These are people that want to commit terrorism on us. These are domestic terrorists. These are domestic terrorists, for Christ's sake. Arrest these people. Arrest these sick people, man. What are you doing? I mean, good damn it. Damn it. Arrest these goddamn stupid, sick-ass, twisted scumbags. Jesus Christ, man. I'm telling you, these leftists are not going to stop until we round them up and throw them in freaking prison. Give me the mic. Do you understand me? Look at these morons. They're not going to stop until you arrest them. I mean, they keep picking. They keep agitating. These mouthpieces that think they're leftists, these celebrities, they keep stoking. They keep agitating. They keep calling for violence. You understand? Instead of moving on and going forward, for Christ's sake, man, we have to arrest these people. I'm not kidding around. We have to arrest these people, man. Look, James O'Keefe has these morons on camera at Comet Pizza talking about domestic terrorism. Arrest these people. Arrest these leftist lunatics. Arrest them. Arrest them before they kill somebody. I'm serious, folks. Arrest these leftist lunatics before they kill somebody. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Let me tell you something, man. If I said a quarter of what these scumbags have said, I'd be in jail right now. I guarantee it. But no, because they got their boy in power, Mr. Yes We Can over here. They think they can continue to tout this leftist agitation and violence. And I'm telling you, man, I think that Rosie O'Donnell, Michael Moore, Lady Gaga, freaking all of them, Katy Perry, every single celebrity, every single jerk-off that thinks that they're a mouthpiece, that was agitating violence, that was agitating this what is the culmination of a potential domestic leftist terrorist attack, these people need to be put in jail. I'm not joking around, folks, and if a law enforcement officer doesn't do it, then we got to do it. I mean, and if we don't do it, then they're going to kill us, all right? They're going to kill us. Do you understand me? And don't think that, Ghost, they're just talking. They're just talking. They're not talking. They are trying to agitate violence. Listen to their language. They are utilizing their celebrity to agitate violence. And listen to me. We've got them on camera saying that they are going to commit domestic terrorism. We have to arrest these people. I'm not joking around. I'm not kidding around. So that's all there is to it, folks. Okay? I mean, this is getting serious now. You know what I told you? Didn't I say this months ago that this wasn't going to end well? That these leftists were eventually going to go this direction because that's what they do? And look at them. They're doing it. That train is never late, man. That leftist, sick-ass, twisted train of domestic terrorism is never late. And further, folks, on top of the evidence that we have gathered here, thanks to James O'Keefe, Project Veritas, and other members of the journalistic independent community out here that are finding information about these people, we also have a hacker by the name of Midnight Ride 20 on Twitter. For you folks that are unaware, I can't confirm or deny if he is one of us, but either way, he was able to basically exploit the lack of basically fundamental. First of all, this is what happened. Okay, whoever put up the website relating to this leftist organization obviously took some like cheap, dumbass piece of crap resale type internet service provider to host this website, because what they did, it seems to me, that they just clicked, it has one of those click to install kind of situations on your web space. They went into their control panel and they clicked to install an old-ass, outdated version of WordPress, okay? And because they don't know what the hell they're doing, because anybody who is going to use WordPress as the basis of their website, they don't know the fundamentals of freaking web design or web freaking page creation, nothing. And because of that, they left themselves wide open to have each and every one of their files, emails, everything taken, okay? So as a result, folks, this man right here by the name of Midnight Ride 20 on Twitter, Midnight Ride 20 on Twitter, this man right here has put out all the documentations relating to this group, and even has documentation relating to Bill Ayers and his correspondence with a radical Islamic imam. Oh, so now we're finding a link with Bill Ayers with this domestic terrorism and Islam. So now it all comes clear now, doesn't it? It all comes clear. Now we've got communists and Islamists coming together for the sake of terrorism. Look at this. Isn't that great? And if you folks aren't following Midnight Ride 20 on Twitter, well, I strongly advise you to do so. He's got all the documentation right there. I've retweeted it on my account. If you want to go to my Twitter, Politics Ghost is the name. I mean, the bottom line is, folks, is that these damn leftists, it all goes back to these old beatnik idiots like Bill Ayers, like Bernadine Dorn, and all these other freaking old hippies that, with all due respect, should have taken a dirt nap years ago, okay? And I'm sick and tired of Bill Ayers. Why this man is walking around free is beyond me. This man is a convicted domestic terrorist. And I'm serious, folks. I mean, we got to stop these people. And if somebody doesn't stop them, then when they implement terrorism and they hurt people or potentially hurt the president-elect, it's going to be too late. It's going to be way too late. So we better start focusing in on the fact that, hey, these leftists want to go bare knuckle. We have to go bare knuckle, and we have to encourage the administration at this point in time to start rounding these people up, man. I'm tired of them. I'm sick of them, man. I mean, they could easily gather themselves around and try to focus on a new party platform and potentially try to rally the troops and gather some new talent in the Democratic Party and try to run that talent. But they don't want to do that, folks. They want to cause civil unrest. They want to cause civil disobedience. They want to cause martial law. I mean, this is what Rosie O'Donnell said. She said she wants martial law. So I'm telling you, we got to start rounding these people up, man. If we don't, and it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. They're going to cause all this civil unrest. They're going to justify the government to cause martial law. And we're going to be just sitting ducks out here. We're going to be sitting ducks in America thanks to a bunch of dumb leftist lunatics. We have to stop them. Do you understand me? We have to stop these leftist lunatics. Do you understand me? That's why I'm saying, and listen, I'm talking about the progressive left. I'm talking about these leftist lunatics, these race hustlers, these social justice warriors, these communists, these socialists. I'm not talking about left of center folk that understand where I'm coming from. That are like, yeah, you know what, I don't agree with you, Ghost, but yeah, the way that the progressive left is going about it is freaking ridiculous. I would like to go back to the drawing board and, potentially, run some candidates that, could potentially have a better message than the Republican Party. No, they don't want to do that. They want to cause terrorism. They're on tape causing it. They want to cause terrorism. So that's why I'm saying, folks, we got to start rounding up these leftist pieces of trash and before somebody gets killed. And of all places to meet up to talk about leftist terrorist acts and discuss terrorist plots, Comet Ping Pong Pizza. What are the freaking odds, folks? the freaking location at the center of Pizzagate. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, man. I'm serious. You can't make this stuff up. I don't know what else to say. You understand? I don't know what else is there to say. Anyway, let me get my drink here, for Christ's sake. Let me move on, folks, because I could probably go on these, AIDS-infected loser leftist terrorists forever. But as I stated, folks, I mean, listen to me. I don't know what's going on with these people with AIDS and HIV, but they're starting to become a little bit of a threat to society. And I'm not just talking about them, screwing somebody raw or something, all right? I'm talking about them potentially being terrorists, potentially being lunatics, potentially being people that want to see other people hurt and other people killed, potentially take gratification in it. I mean, I saw Scott Fovel in that previous Project Veritas video, and if you haven't seen it, by God, what are you doing? Watch that video where Project Veritas exposes the Democratic Party planting violent protesters at Trump rallies. It was Scott Fovel that did this, a man who was AIDS, HIV positive, for Christ's sake, Democratic operative. So, all I'm simply stating is this, all right? I mean, there's something going on as it pertains to this AIDS, HIV situation. And I don't know if it's the disease, all right? I don't know if it's the medication. I don't know what it is. But we have to start talking about it, and we have to acknowledge that this is becoming a problem. There's way too many AIDS, HIV cases of people that are out here that are literally trying to hurt other people. Now, I don't know if it's the disease or the medication, but I'm sick of having to overlook this particular issue. It's always a constant as it pertains to leftist violence, leftist political violence. There's some affiliation with an AIDS-infected person there. I'm serious. I mean, we need to talk about this crap. Anyway, look, I've got Templeton over here now. Great. All right? I'm sure Templeton's concerned about, me talking about all these people with the AIDS, for Christ's sake, because, I mean, they're lunatics. Good God, man. I'm serious.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit mbusa.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Oh, my God. Anyway, look. I obviously got to take care of Templeton here before he starts crying, all right? So let me take a small break here, folks. I think I need a small break because I can't believe that we finally are now at the point where we have leftist domestic terrorists that are threatening to commit terrorist acts at the inauguration. I told you this was coming, and something has to be done about it. Anyway, folks, I got to calm down here. Let me go ahead and take a break and tend to Templeton for a couple of minutes here before he starts whining and howling. Templeton, come here. Come here. Templeton, get over here. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Come here. Hey. I don't know what Templeton's doing, folks. Anyway, I'll be right back. I don't want him to, take another turd on the freaking white carpet over here. So please bear with me. I'll be right back right after a couple of seconds. Oh, he's crying. Stop crying. He's whining, folks. Anyway, I'll be right back, folks. All right, stay tuned. Let's put on a little bit of the girl from Ipanema comes walking. I'll be right back, folks, okay? And I'm going to calm down here. But once again, we got to stop these leftists before somebody gets killed. And if the law enforcement isn't going to stop them, we got to stop them. All right? The American citizens have to stop them. Anyway, I'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. Go ahead and take us out, engineer. I'll be right back right after this.
listening to Ghost on True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
All right, folks, what's going on, man? My apologies here. It's really unfortunate, man. I got to do a show with a dog here, and this dog has already taken a turd once on the carpet, so I've got to tend to him, and obviously he's okay now. So my apologies on that. Before I left, I was talking about how James O'Keefe and Project Veritas have uncovered a leftist terrorist plot at the Trump's inauguration. Of course, this plan was concocted and talked about at, of all places, Comet Ping Pong Pizza. What are the odds? So we've already discussed that these people need to be stopped, and if law enforcement isn't going to stop them, then the American citizens have to stop them. Anyway, with that being said, let me move on. Let me go ahead and get to another subject matter, folks. I want to talk a little bit about Congresswoman Maxine Waters. Have you heard about this old ditzy bimbo? I don't even know what you want to call her. Anyway, she was out here in the political talk show circuit suggesting that there needs to be an investigation into the Russian ties of the Trump campaign. She hinted at this interview that Trump may or may not have gotten his talking points from Putin. Of all goddamn things. Now, let me explain something. Maxine Waters is, I'm assuming, taking for face value the false reports that have been pumped out on a consistent basis by the CIA, which, of course, is at war at this point in time with the Trump administration. You couldn't get any more obvious than that. So Maxine Waters, of all people, is taking the CIA for some kind of credible source, which I find rather ironic, folks, because I remember back in 1998 when Maxine Waters, Congresswoman Maxine Waters, testified in front of the, I believe it was the Senate Intelligence Committee, in which she went into great detail on how CIA was drug trafficking. Oh, yeah. Look. Let me go ahead and post this right now, all right? All right, here's Maxine. I may have to repost this again, but here is a YouTube video right now, part 1 of 4. Here, let me see if I can put in a hashtag real fast without necessarily. Let me see if people are actually tweeting or having a hashtag. Yep, Maxine Waters talks about here. I'm sorry, folks. Let me go ahead and put in a real quick tweet here because I remember this particular testimony of Maxine Waters, and of course it was forgotten. But she went into extensive detail and investigation on the drug trafficking of the CIA. And in this testimony, folks, and you should basically hear all of it, she even goes into the fact that the Bush and Clinton families were a part of this particular drug running by the CIA. Now all of a sudden, Maxine Waters is using the CIA as a source? What a sellout! I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Don't believe these people, man. Here, let me go ahead and tweet it out right now. Maxine Waters, I should put testifies. Let me put testifies, folks. My apologies. Testifies about the CIA drug trafficking. Let me put in America. All right, now go ahead, and I'm going to tweet that right now. Here we go. All right. Now, once again, Maxine Waters, this congresswoman, was out in the political talk show circuit claiming that and alluding to the fact that Putin may or may not have given Donald Trump his talking points. She suggested that possibly Donald Trump got his crooked Hillary from Putin and got the talking points that Hillary may have been sick from Putin. I mean, you can't make this crap up. This is a sellout slut. All right, Maxine Waters is a sellout slut bag. You can tell her I said that. How in the hell, Maxine Waters, can you testify in front of the goddamn Senate Intelligence Committee in an extensive detail? Let me tell you something. She knows about the CIA's drug trafficking. I mean, she basically said verbatim what I've always known, that basically Freeway Ricky Ross was the main distributor of cocaine for the Nicaraguan Contras, all right, which was the counter-revolutionary of the revolution that took over Nicaragua from General Blandón. General Blandón utilized the sales of the narcotics trafficking in America, all right, in America, to fund the counter-revolution in Nicaragua. All right? I'm not joking. So that's why I'm saying, folks, all right, that's why I'm saying this is once Maxine Waters was obviously for the people, you know, she's the reason that she went in extensive testimony and the reason that she went into extensive investigations into the CIA drug trafficking was because she represents the people of South Central Los Angeles, all right? So that's why I'm saying, folks, as I stated, now Maxine Waters is going around the talk show circuit right now claiming that somehow Trump is getting or alluding to the fact that Trump is getting talking points like crooked Hillary and Hillary being sick from Russians, from Putin. I mean, this is getting ridiculous, all right? This is getting utterly ridiculous, but once again, here she is, Congresswoman Maxine Waters on CIA drug trafficking, the whole testimony. She goes into Blandone. She goes into Freeway Ricky Ross. She goes into the Clinton crime family in relation to this drug trafficking. She goes into the Bush crime family in relation to this drug trafficking. Do you understand it? So once again, folks, all right, I'd like for you all to, once again, remember that this woman that's now calling for an investigative inquiry into Russia, hacking, influence, whatever she's trying to do, lest we forget that the same source that she is utilizing today to justify any kind of correlation between Trump and Russia is the same source that she had not just disdain for, but also actually investigated and outed. She outed the fact that the CIA was dealing dope. She outed the whole Mena, Arkansas planes coming in and out. I mean, she outed all this stuff. Now this broad is what? Going to sell out for what? The same Clinton crime family that she implicated in this testimony in 1998? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So once again, folks, I mean, you can't trust these people as far as you can throw them, you know? Maxine Waters, she's calling for an investigative team, and a congressional investigation. I mean, she's talking about calling people that are suspected to be Russian agents. This includes people within the media, within the alt-right media. I'm hearing rumors that she's going to call Alex Jones. She's going to call Drudge to Washington. She's going to call Roger Stone to Washington. You understand? I'm not joking around. This is McCarthyism at its finest. McCarthyism at its finest. And you see, look who's initiating this. It's the left. It's the Democrats. This Maxine Waters scenario, her investigative inquiry, just shows you that this woman is an utter sellout piece of trash. All right? Utter sellout piece of crap. She's a sellout, man. I mean, how in the hell can you all of a sudden, from 1998 to now, all of a sudden trust the CIA, even though you were the one that investigated these people, you were the one that found the links of these people, you found secret CIA assets. I mean, listen to that testimony, man. She went into extensive detail to explain the network of the CIA as it pertained to the drug running into this country. She knew about Mena, Arkansas, and Bill and Hillary Clinton. She knew about George Bush Sr., she knew about this crap. And now you mean to tell me, miraculously, now Maxine Waters is going to utilize the CIA as a source in an attempt to try to spawn a congressional inquiry into supposed Russian meddling, Russian hacking, whatever the hell this broad's trying to say? That's why I'm saying, folks, these people that are in Washington, and let me tell you, this is Maxine Waters. She came from the ghetto. She was supposed to be one of them well-educated sisters from South Central. And I definitely believed at one point in time she may have been genuine. I mean, hell, just take a look at that testimony right there. All right, take a look at the testimony right there. That was genuine emotion. That was genuine investigation. That was genuine exposing of a wrongdoing by the CIA. And then miraculously, 2017, she's using the freaking CIA, the same source she discredited in 1998. She's using that as a basis for a congressional inquiry? Are you kidding me? How more sellout can you get? You disgusting, stupid, ghetto-fied broad. I'm telling you, Maxine Waters, I hope the spirit of Ike Turner visits you in your dreams tonight for being such a goddamn hypocrite, you old stupid batshit old bag. I'm not joking around. What kind of a hypocrite are you, Maxine Waters? Seriously. What kind of a hypocrite are you? Calling for a congressional inquiry and utilizing the same agency that you discredited and outed as drug traffickers in the United States. I mean, you can't make this crap up. I'm telling you, that's why I said we had a lot of stuff to talk about today. Had a lot of stuff to talk about. We got leftist domestic terrorists in this country that are trying to commit terrorism at the Trump inauguration. And conveniently, they're planning all this stuff out. They're planning all this stuff out over there at Comet Ping Pong Pizza, of all places to plan out leftist terrorism. They choose this place. Then you got Maxine Waters over here talking about a congressional inquiry and investigation and calling people to testify in relation to Russia and spying and meddling or whatever the case might be. All right? I mean, give me a break. Anyway, listen, I'm tired of highlighting the hypocrisy, but I hope that you guys see it, because most people don't. Most of these people on the left, they see a black woman like Maxine Waters. Yeah, that's what they'll say. Yeah, go get Trump. Go to get an inquiry about Russia. Yeah. In 1998, she was out here exposing the CIA for being drug trafficking. I mean, do you understand what kind of a soulless piece of trash being a career bureaucrat makes you? I mean, this goes to show it. This goes to prove it, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, what kind of a scumbag, soulless piece of crap do you have to be from 1 year to 1 decade, 2 decades to the next? You're out here talking against the CIA, and now you're embracing it as a basis for a congressional inquiry. You can't make this crap up, man. I'm not joking around. You cannot make this crap up. It makes me sick. I can't believe everybody is feeding into this crap. Screw you, Maxine Waters, you sellout piece of trash. All right? You want to talk about Uncle Tom? You're Aunt Jemima, baby. You're Aunt Jemima. You know, you should be serving right now. You should be serving the goddamn CIA chicken beans and corn grits, all right, bent over backwards, buck naked with a goddamn do-rag over your head, because let me tell you something, it's obvious that you are the bitch of the CIA. You are a bitch for the CIA there, Maxine Waters. So you might as well get back on the stroll right now and sell that decrepit, old, disgusting leather bag ass you got going on over there and continue to peddle this garbage that the CIA is concocting out of nowhere, because you are a soulless piece of trash. How you go to sleep at night is beyond me. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, listen, I'm done about talking about Maxine Waters. She pisses me off. She's claiming and hinting that Russia gave goddamn Trump his talking points like Crooked Hillary and her being sick and drained the swamp and all that other crap. Stupid, man, just stupid. Anyway, let me move on, folks. I mean, since this is a good segue, because this Congresswoman Maxine Waters is going to call for an inquiry and an investigation into supposed Russian hacking, spying, meddling. I don't know what the hell she's trying to do. But regardless, she's doing it. And I've told you here earlier when I was talking about this that they're going to start calling people to testify. They're going to start calling people like Alex Jones. They're going to start calling people like Drudge, people from Breitbart. They're going to call Roger J. Stone. Now, folks, if you haven't known, Roger J. Stone, folks, has been somewhat under the weather for the past several weeks. Now, it had been his first time ever dealing with such an ailment. He's always been a very healthy man, works out, goes running, runs marathons, practices Eastern medicine, gets acupuncture, so on and so forth. But he revealed today, folks, that when he was ill, he started developing a stomach flu-like symptoms, which he considered normal, which is maybe a stomach flu, sweating profusely, aches. He started developing lesions, things of that nature, so he got very concerned, and as a result, he went to a hospital, I think it was Mount Sinai in Florida, in which he got plenty of blood work done, and lo and behold, they find polonium-210 in his blood. Now, for you folks that are unaware, polonium-210 is a radioactive substance that is used to poison folks in an attempt to slowly eat them out or take them out of existence. There was a double or triple agent spy out of Russia that was living in England that was afflicted with polonium-210 poisoning. His, Ruski name escapes me, but you can pretty much go and Google this guy. This guy literally withered away within weeks and said that he was poisoned by, he claims, the Russians, but I personally believe that he could have been poisoned by the British Secret Service, because this man was a double or triple agent from what I understood, and it would look as if it would basically look bad in a PR perspective as it pertains to cloak and dagger intelligence work if this guy was off in this capacity and was blamed on Russia. Now, with that being said, Roger Stone having polonium-210 in his blood shows that someone tried to poison him. Now, we all know, folks, that Roger Stone has been a major key figure of controversy as it pertains to outing a lot of folks' dirty laundry within the political class system. Now, there could be a number of culprits that basically wanted this man out of here. But one culprit that comes to mind, folks, and we've been talking about him as of late, and I'm talking about the CIA. And that's why I'm telling each and every one of you that politics is serious goddamn business, all right? Let me go ahead and tweet this. I actually broke the story. People were asking me how the hell I knew. Once again, me and Roger Stone are associates, and to be honest with you, we did not know if this man was going to make it. We thought that maybe he was coming down with something that could potentially be fatal. Even though he is doing better and he looks better, you could tell that the effects of the polonium-210 is affecting him. He seems a little bit more jittery. His hands movements seem to be a little bit more spastic. And you can't blame the guy because he's lucky to be alive, for heaven's sake. So once again, he just validated it this about 30 minutes ago. He says, yes, I believe I was poisoned to stop me from exposing the Russian hacking lie before a congressional investigation. Now, the congressional investigation that Mr. Stone is talking about is the one that Maxine Waters is calling for, folks. So it all comes together, doesn't it? It all comes clear now, all right? And, hey, thank you very much to the Crimson Capitalist. He reminded me that it was, and same with Bird and Green Leader, it was Alexander Litvenko. Alexander Litvenko was the triple double agent, backstabbing the KGB, backstabbing the MI6. He backstabbed everybody. So there was a lot of people that wanted Alexander Litvenko off the planet, all right, and blame it on the Russians. But the same substance that killed this man was the same substance that was in the blood of Roger Stone. So once again, folks, I want to remind everybody, this is a real eye-opener for myself. We're all at risk. Anybody who has any kind of voice in this business of truth, we're all at risk of potentially falling victim to one of the dirty tricks, one of the many dirty tricks of the CIA, or the deep state is what Julian Assange and Glenn Greenwald have now described what is the powers that be in Washington, the deep state, the military-industrial complex, the bureaucrats that stay even though there's presidents that go. Every time there's presidents that go, there's a certain element of bureaucrats that stay there forever. This is the deep state. This is who is unhappy with Donald Trump's election. This is who is attempting to try to facilitate this Russian hacking, Russian meddling narrative. So, in my personal opinion, I believe that Roger Stone was poisoned. He was probably poisoned by the CIA. This is definitely something that's right up their alley. He would be poisoned by the CIA because he would be the one to validate the fact that there was no goddamn Russian hacking. He's come out today and said that he's open to an investigative inquiry. He's open to being called in front of Congress and testifying. He has no ties to Russia, no business dealings with Russia, no associates in Russia. This is all a goddamn scapegoat, and this is pathetic. This is all Democratic corruption. Political class corruption. And let me tell you, it's not just the Democrats. Look at that stupid traitorous scumbag John Turncoat McCain at the same time, trying to push that fake golden shower Russian dossier like a dumbass, desperate jerk-off. So that's why I'm saying, folks, that's why I'm saying this politics game is serious business. All right? And if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. That's all I got to say. Anyway, folks, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we move on, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire. All right? And go ahead and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost, okay? And if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. Now, once again, we were just discussing that Roger J. Stone, an associate of yours truly, was found to be poisoned, had polonium-210 in his system, and it's very scary stuff, man. Like I said, it's right up the damn CIA's alley. It just goes to show you how dangerous this game really is, folks. It's really dangerous. This politics game is not a joke, all right? I'm putting my life on the line out here. Anybody who is vocal, anybody who is telling the truth is putting their life on the line, all right? Anyway, let me move on to some international news here before we get to radio graffiti. Even though I don't even think I should, because you scumbags, what you did on goddamn Friday. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to some international news here. Theresa May supposedly, according, if you read the reports and the titles of reports, supposedly is setting up for a hard Brexit. All right. Now, I don't want to get into the technicalities of what a hard Brexit means because I don't think she knows exactly what it means. She claims that she wants to be an independent market, that it has a kind of a weird relationship with the EU. I mean, listen, I thought that Brexit meant that screw the EU, Britannia is Britannia. They're going to trade on their own. And, you know, if the EU wants to trade with Britannia, they can trade with Britannia as an autonomous country, not as a partnership. And Theresa May, I'm telling you, she's not fulfilling the Brexit promise. She continues to want to be a partner with the EU and wants to get special arrangements and special treatment. All right? And moreover, folks, she even said at the speech that she didn't want the Britannia Brexit to be any implication of wanting the EU to be destroyed or dismantled. She actually wished the EU success. Now, why in the hell would Theresa May do that? I'm telling you, Britannia, you should be pissed off right now as far as I'm concerned. They're going to send that vote to Parliament, and you better well know that there's going to be something fishy in Parliament. And let me tell you, Britannia, it seems as if you guys have already went away and you're thinking about something else. Y'all ain't even involved in this. That's why Nigel Farage, you know, is kind of keeping an arm's length himself as it pertains to this Brexit situation, because he doesn't know if you guys are serious. I mean, they've already taken a couple of shots at this poor bastard's life, man. Poor Nigel Farage, they've taken the freaking nuts off his freaking wheels, you know, so his wheels could fall off. They freaking crashed his plane. They cut his brakes. I mean, give me a break, man.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit mbusa.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
So that's why I'm saying, you know, Britannia, it seems to me that you guys have already like, you know, who cares? You know, I voted for Brexit, but, you know, what am I going to do? I'm just a subject, you know. I'm just a subject to the Parliament. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do. I got no rights. Then why did you vote? All right? Why did you go out and vote? And not to mention, why aren't you holding these dumbasses' feet to the fire, for Christ's sake, man? I mean, good God. I mean, I'm almost tempted. I'm almost tempted to believe that Theresa May's face has something to do with hypnotizing Britannia to sleep. It's something about that face. This broad looks like she smokes like at least 3.5 packs a day. All right? I'm serious. And at least shoots about, I would say, at least 3 or 4 shots, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All right? I mean, I think that people look at that face and they're lulled to sleep and they forget about the vote. They forget about Britannia. They forget about Brexit. And that's why this woman is just kind of just lugging people along. She's just lugging them along, and she's acting like a bureaucrat, splitting hairs with the language. I mean, if I was in Britannia, I'd be pissed off. But I don't hear very many Britons and people in Britannia pissed off. I think they've already succumbed to the fact that, I guess we're going to stay. I guess we'll stay. Oh, my God. Anyway, once again, is Theresa May really setting up for a hard Brexit? I don't think so. All right? I mean, you're still going to be partners with the EU, for Christ's sake. What the hell does that mean, partners? What the hell does that mean, partners, for Christ's sake. Screw partners. The EU was never elected, man. The EU was never elected. They just co-opted a bunch of agents in the damn English Parliament to justify its existence and its authority. It was never elected. And now you got Theresa May. Oh, no, what we want to make sure that we have a good partnership with the EU. Stupid, dumb, imbecilic, tea-drinking bimbo. I mean, I'd be pissed, but hey, I'm an American. I'm different. I guess Britannia, they'll just go sip and have another tea, and as long as they keep drinking tea and crumpets, I guess they're not going to raise up. I'd be raising up. I'll tell you that right damn now. I'd be raising up. Anyway, last but not least, folks, okay, the elites of the world are meeting in Davos, Switzerland at this point in time at the World Economic Forum, which happens every year around this time. And what it is, it brings the elites of the elites together basically to plan what exactly the world is going to do economically on a collective scale, which is, I mean, you couldn't get any more communist than that. And this is the first year that the United States has shunned this particular event, and this is because Donald Trump isn't going to go. He isn't going to bother. I don't blame him. Screw these world elite assholes. All right? I'm tired of dealing with these globalists. All right? Screw you globalists. And you know what they did? I'll tell you what they did. Because Donald Trump decided not to have American representation on a governmental level out there in Davos, they decided to ingratiate in pomp and circumstance goddamn leader of China, okay? They bring in the leader of China and basically anoint this son of a bitch and his country as the social model of the world. Do you understand that? I mean, did you see the freaking headlines on the Wall Street Journal? Huh? Oh, the Chinese leader Xi Jinping embraces his leadership in globalization. Embraces his leadership in globalization? Well, I told you all last night on Twitter. They were anointing China as the social model of the world, for Christ's sake. Wake up! Wake up! This is the end goal of the globalists. They want us all to be like goddamn slaves, like serfs, whatever the hell you want to consider the Chinese regular everyday people. That's the way they want all of us. All of us. Doesn't matter what country you are. They want that totalitarian socialist model. And the only people that are able to participate in the global economic system are those that are tied to the domestic governments at hand, just like the Chinese model. Who are the billionaires in China? The representatives of the communist government. There's no private enterprise out there in communist China. So that's why I'm saying, folks, I told you all last night this was happening. I told you all last night this was happening. And now it's happened. The world elites have announced that the social model of the world is going to be China. If you don't believe me, take a look at the goddamn business publications, man. The headlines are all the same. China embraces its leadership in globalization. China, the new leader in globalism. I mean, this is all the headlines out here. What did I tell you? You think I was just talking out of my derriere? They're anointing China as the social model of the world. We can't accept that, folks. Do you want to live in communist China? Do you want to live where you absolutely have no rights and that you have to go through the government for everything, even having a kid? When you have to go to the government for every goddamn thing in your life? You have a freaking Politburo and a bureau for every goddamn thing? You can't talk against your government when you know your government is a corrupt piece of trash? I don't want that crap. I don't want the Chinese model as the model that I want to live in. I'm a free man. I'm a capitalist. I want to utilize the tools of capitalism to enhance my life, to carve out my own destiny, because I'm an individual. I can do it myself. I can utilize my own individual prowess, creativity, ambitions, innovation to be able to carve out my own destiny. I don't need no Politburo. I don't need no socialist goddamn central planning. I don't need no communist government. And I don't want it. I don't want the communist government, you son of a bitch. I don't want the communist government, man. I don't want centralized crap. I don't want this crap, man. That's why I'm telling each and every one of you, we must resist this global call for us to submit to the social model of China. We need to resist! Resist this communist totalitarianism that's being pushed by the globalists! You son of a bitch globalist bastards, give me the mic! Hey, let me tell you something, you assholes in Davos! You so-called elites, you scumbags, trash! Let me tell you something. We don't want your fucking world! We don't want your globalization! We don't want your goddamn bureaucratic totalitarian corruption! We don't want your globalist monopolies! We don't want your fucking world! So take you and the Chinese government, Xi Jinping, and the fucking socialist Chinese communist government model and shove it up your elite globalist asses. We don't want your fucking world. We don't want it. And we will fight you. We will fight you every step of the way if you're going to shove that down our throats. I'd rather die. I'd rather fucking die than to sit here and submit to a goddamn totalitarian globalist bureaucracy. I'd rather die, for Christ's sake. I'm not joking around, folks. I'm not just talking out my ass here. I'm not joking. I refuse to sit here and accept and acknowledge and embrace this bureaucratic global attempt at trying to rob each and every one of these countries that have existed for long periods of time of our sovereignty. Anyway, folks, look, my apologies here for cursing. I'm sorry for getting so upset. I'm sorry for getting so goddamn angry, but Davos, Switzerland, you elites out there, we don't want your world. We don't want your stupid, dumbass, bureaucratic, compartmentalized, corrupt, monopolistic world where you idiots create a new level of feudalism. A new level of feudalism? You want us to be the serfs? You son of a bitch. Anyway, let me calm my ass down. Let me have my freaking drink, for Christ's sake. All right, let me calm down here, folks. I know I'm going a little off keister, but by God, the elites are telling us right now. They're in Davos, Switzerland, at the World Economic Forum right now. The elites of the elites, the global asshole elite ass-crack morons. They're meeting right now, kissing the ass of the damn communist leader of China, anointing this man, saying he's the new superpower and that the Chinese social model is the model of the world, model for the world. And this is dangerous. This is very, very dangerous. So I'm not joking around, man. We have to resist this. We have to resist this global model of China being the new social model. We have to resist it, because I'll be goddamned if I'm going to be controlled by a totalitarian, corrupt government that will jail you if you have any kind of vocal opposition, that will van you if you get uppity. I'm serious, folks. I'm not going to sit here and allow these people to think that their unelected globalist asses can just come in here and take our sovereignty, take our citizenship, take our rights. F you. Anyway, folks, let me calm my ass down and let me go ahead and move on here. And I'm going to go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast. And I'm talking about Radio Graffiti. That's right, folks. Radio Graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do is give me a call right now at 563-999-3791. And when I call on your area code, you've got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this Radio Graffiti. All right? It's that simple. All right? So without any further ado, hey, engineer, do we got any Radio Graffiti callers? All right. Well, let's go ahead and, well, before I do want to remind everybody that we had a little bit of a bad ending last week, and I wanted to apologize for that, for being so vulgar, but I'm not going to put up with that garbage, all right? I'm not going to put up with it at all. Anyway, without any further ado, let's go ahead, I guess, and get to Radio Graffiti right now. All right, without any further ado, let's go ahead. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Play it,
engineer.
Play it.
As time goes by.
Just sit there and do your job. Just sit there and do your damn job. You're saying it. Shut up, I'm not crying. Shut up, I'm not crying, man. I'm not crying. Shut up. It just hurts, that's all. It just hurts. It hurts me. You should be for me. You should be for me. God damn it. It hurts. It hurts me right here in the heart. All right, that's a good rendition there, engineer. Anyway, that was the piano man, the engineer. As a matter of fact, hopefully he's doing something with that instrument because he sounds pretty goddamn talented when it comes to the piano, or being a pianist. Hey, engineer, look, you're the talent, all right? You're the engineer. You got that, engineer? Yeah.
You know what? Shut up. Shut up with that crap. I'm the talent, boy. That's why it's called True Capitalist Radio, hosted by Ghost, boy. By Ghost. And don't you ever goddamn forget it. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
You son of a bitch, how dare you?
A tale of two egos.
There's a goddamned revolution happening right before your goddamn eyes.
When one fights, the other must fight back.
Spread the revolution around like wildfire. Allah Akbar! Get away, Amar! Get away!
Yeah, you know what? That's not funny, all right? Don't put me with an a la snack bar again there, fruit bowl. How about 443 Radio Graffiti?
Cripple. I'm a cripple, asshole. Cripple. I'm in a wheelchair. Cripple. I'm in a wheelchair.
Shut up, you asshole. I'm tired of you idiots spreading that around. There's actually people that are just tuning into this show for the first time that actually believe that crap. Jesus Christ, man. Anonymous Radio Goddamn Graffiti.
I'm sorry, but I'm not ready to play any material today. When you mentioned Comet Ping Pong Pizza, that triggered me to step away from the computer. I'm ferociously masturbating at the moment to some restricted pornographic material.
Yeah, I'm sure you are, you stupid moron. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Hey, Ghost, it's Edna. How you been, sweetie? I was wondering if you'd come over to my house and shave my back. Then later we can smoke together.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. You people are sick, man. 909 Radio Graffiti.
You know what I like most about Easter? The Easter egg hunt. Speaking of egg hunts, I went on one this morning when I had my period.
That's the nastiest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, well, you know what I heard? I heard that if I pumped your paternal Cool Whip into the toilet with my maternal stank stream, then stirred it around with your better cracker fuck muscle, I can close the lid and in 3 days a fucking baby would crawl out. Then my life would finally be complete. I've had it with these fourth quarter shoes.
Shut this sick crap. Where do y'all find this crap? Seriously, where the hell do y'all find this garbage, man? Y'all got a lot of freaking problems, man. I'm not even joking around. Y'all got freaking problems. Oh, my God. Who else do we have here? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland Brown.
Here we go with this stupid crap. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. I'm going to be a trans black.
So now he's at the local bathhouse looking to get done African style.
Oh, yeah, Africa.
Anything for you, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes. Be my bitch tonight.
You sick African booty scratcher. Asshole! You're sick! That's freaking sick! Jesus Christ, that's freaking sick! Good God, take about 10 steps away from my freaking butt crack with that crap! The freaking African booty scratcher, man. Who the hell is that guy? Who the hell is that guy? Freaking hate that guy. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Freaking African booty scratcher, man. Freaking hate that guy, man. Freaking sick bastard. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey guys, PewDiePie here. Deaf to all Jews. I want you to say after me, deaf to all Jews. And, Hitler was right. I really opened my eyes to white power. And I think it's time that we did something about it.
Yeah, well, that's great, PewDiePie. I hope that, whatever. I know you're servicing glory holes on the side, so just shut up. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
El Foxo Loco Radio Graffiti.
My name is Cleveland Brown, and I am proud to be.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, man, no. What the hell? Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, I just wanted to say I'm down here with a small Haitian pizza for a washed up radio host. I've been down here by the wheelchair ramp for a while.
Unfortunately, we can't really understand you because the cheap-ass, dumbass computer that you have really sucks the chrome off of a 57 Chevy bumper. As a matter of fact, we tried to call your mother, but, you didn't really want us to talk to her, so, we wanted to inform her what kind of a sick little fruit bowl that you have. Not to mention, What's up with your number being listed on like fucking some kind of sex database, sex predator database? What the hell is that about? Anyway, anonymous radio graffiti.
My name is Cleveland Brown.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. You know what? Get a better computer, man. Seriously. I mean, get in with the now, for Christ's sake. 502 radio graffiti. All right, we got a damn Helen Keller deaf mute. How about 412 radio graffiti?
I'm gonna kill you.
No, I can't die.
Oh, great. That's very, very great. I'm very proud of you. Anonymous radio graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, it's Edna again. I need you to come over to my house and change my diaper. While at it,
Yeah, you know what? You're not very funny, so come back with a new character there, jerk dick. How about 352 radio graffiti?
Jellyfish capitalist. Radio graffiti. I take Donald Trump. A trip to the woodshed, boy. You like that?
I mean, what the hell, you dumbass
It's my birthday back. All right? I mean, I don't know what the hell else to do here, man. I'm getting tired of this, man. I'm getting tired of this crap.
Give me the freaking... I'm getting really sick and tired of this crap, man. Seriously, it's getting old, and, I'm just getting tired of it, for Christ's sake. Anonymous radio goddamn graffiti.
This is Big Macintosh. I'd hate to keep beating Apple Bloom here, but how do you like them apples?
What the hell? What's going on? What'd you do?
Uh-oh. Gotta kill Applejack, too. Can't leave any witnesses. Hey, yep.
Yeah, great. All right, brony stuff. I'm very proud of you, all right? I'm telling you, whoever that was, your parrot should be castrated. How about 973 radio graffiti?
I'm here to tell you about a revolutionary new product called Comfort.
Well, we can't hear you because your Obama phone sucks, all right? 817 radio graffiti.
Blue waffle, radio graffiti.
Hey, engineer, shove that poop tickler up his head.
Maybe I can help.
What the hell was that? I mean, can you all stop with these sick-ass pervert type of freaking splices, man? I mean, what are y'all projecting or something? Are y'all making splices that you wished happened to you, you sick freaks? Good God. Anonymous radio graffiti. Oh, great. Helen Keller deaf. You're too late, you stupid moron. Get it straight. 661 radio graffiti.
Hey, what's up, Washed Up Radio? I just wanted to say thanks for giving my number out. Ever since your endorsement, we've gotten more orders for the Haitian special than ever.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Hey, why don't you put your mom on the phone? We heard your mom the last time, so why don't you put her on the phone?
Okay, here she is.
And who's the and not to mention, who's the sexual predator at your place? Is it you?
I think everybody who lives here is a sexual predator.
Really? Yeah, especially that slut bag of a mom when we called up and heard her like, "What are you doing? I'm nothing, Mom." So your whore bag of a mother is also, yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what. You will win respect from me right now if you scream right now that everyone, scream it, that everyone in your house is a sexual predator. Say it right now.
Okay, I will scream it out, Ghost. Only if you respect.
Scream it out right now. Scream it loud.
Okay, Everybody in my house.
No, scream it. Are you kidding me? That's, come on. What are you? Come on, grow some balls, man. Grow some balls. Come on.
Come on. Oh, you're flattering me, Ghost.
Yeah, Jesus. You see, this is why people like this, you know, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if this person is getting any kind of entitlements, not only should it be revoked, this person should be picking up trash off the freeway right now. I'm not joking around. He should be cleaning like shit stalls in park bathrooms. I'm not messing around. All right? I'm not joking around. He should be cleaning glory holes with his freaking toothbrush. I'm not joking. Anyway, who else do we have here? We got Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
On 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 4.
Listen, I was hoping we didn't listen or hear one of those stupid damn trolls. I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that one. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Yeah, jeez Christ, man. Get a better phone, please. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Fuck you, Texas, and fuck you, Lone Star Beer.
Shut up, you stupid moron. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Fuck you, Texas, and fuck you, Lone Star Beer.
No, I mean, shut up with that crap, please. 435 Radio Graffiti.
Play Overwatch. Ghost play Overwatch.
Ghost play Overwatch.
Ghost play Overwatch. Ghost play Overwatch. Ghost
play Uberwatch. Shut up. I don't want to play any goddamn games. You understand that? Jesus Christ. Who else do we have? We got 210 Radio Graffiti.
Holy no niggers in our schools without more integration. Keep those niggers in their place, we'll have a better nation. Our South Bend got along just fine. Till those integrators came down here.
Happy MLK Day.
Yeah, shut up, you stupid racist moron. Jesus Christ, these are getting cringeworthy. You know what? I mean, these are getting so bad. I'm almost tempted, to be honest with you. I'm almost tempted to, put something on Ghost.market on, premium Radio Graffiti, all right? So we can just get to the, people that actually want to do this. And, if you want to be on Radio Graffiti that day, a bucker or $2, you know what I mean? And you get priority. All you got to do is just give me, and you can say whatever you want. I can't really, do anything about it or something because this really sucks. This really goddamn sucks. I'm going to be honest with you. You guys suck, all right? Seriously, you guys suck. I'm almost tempted to stop Radio Graffiti right now and maybe do karaoke or something because this sucks, all right? This really sucks. Anyway, Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Pervert type of freaking slices, man. I mean, what are y'all projecting or something? This is why people like this, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if this person is getting any kind of entitlements, not only should it be revoked, this person should be picking up trash off the freeway right now. I'm not. Yeah, that's great. It took you a lot of talent to do that, you moron. 813 Radio Graffiti.
I am very disappointed in you. I told you to kill your family multiple times, and you have yet to obey me. You've been a very naughty girl, Susan. If you won't relent, I'll just have to use my Egyptian god.
That's great. I can't believe you actually bought one of those masks. That just goes to show you how goddamn man-child you are. I know that's a goddamn mask, you moron. I can hear your little fruity-ass voice in back of it. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, my God. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. How you going?
How you doing, man?
Hey, I just want to say to that 661 caller that he really needs to stop with the Cleveland stuff. And on another note...
My name is Cleveland Brown, and I am proud to be.
See that, man? I mean, fruiters, man. Utter fruiters. Utter fruiters, for Christ's sake. This is getting bad. I'm not joking around. This is really getting bad. I mean, I even got people telling me to stop reading graffiti. It's cringy, for Christ's sake. You know what? I'm considering it. I'm really considering it. Believe me. This is horrible. I mean, seriously. I mean, I'm going to take a couple more callers. If not, I'm going to do something else, all right? Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Night Prowler, Radio Graffiti.
I drank Afterbirth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, that's so original. You know that? Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play this flute.
Right now.
Right, shut that crap off. Don't try to shut that crap up your ass. Freaking Soviet national anthem, for Christ's sake, man. I hope that freaking flute gets stuck down your throat. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti. Oh, that's great. You guys are getting better and better. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
And so I found a place where...
Jesus Christ. I'm not even joking around. Anonymous, Radio Graffiti.
You nigger. You nigger.
Oh my God, this is just so cringy, for Christ's sake, man. Good God, this is so cringy, man. I mean, I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, this is a testament to the lack of personality that has encompassed our goddamn youth of America. I mean, listen to this crap. Listen to this garbage. I mean, it is sad. I'm not joking. This is freaking sad. I mean, this is a Sour Taco Tuesday, for Christ's sake, man. I'm going to do something else. You know what we're going to do? We're going to spend the last 20 minutes on Twitter questions, all right? Tweet at me your questions, because I'm telling you, this has got to be the worst Radio Graffiti in a long time. And let me tell you, it's because you people suck, all right? You people really do suck. You lack personality. You obviously have lived with your mammy too long for you to conjure up a personality other than acting like the despicable, ridiculous, pathetic man-child, for heaven's sake. So I'm just going to go ahead and take Twitter questions, and all you got to do, all right, all you got to do is just tweet at me right now, okay? And tweet at me, Politics Ghost is the name, and just ask me a question, and we're going to answer it right now, okay?
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit mbusa.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit mbusa.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Anyway, I'm not getting any real questions, for Christ's sake, man. Let's continue on here. How would you do Trump's campaign differently? I wouldn't. I think he did it great. You know what I mean? I think he did a great job. I think his campaign did a great job. I would not have done it at all. All right? I think he did a pretty good job as far as I'm concerned, all right? What do I think about Seth MacFarlane? I think he's a piece of trash. All right? I mean, I think he's a freaking overrated piece of garbage. All right? We get it. Okay. You know, the cartoon was cute for about a minute. All right? Now it's old. It sucks. And it's now nothing more than a propaganda piece. It's all it is. All right? Jesus Christ, man. Who else we have? What's my favorite band? Well, I got so many bands. You know, I got so many eclectic genres of music that I like. You know what I mean? What books do you recommend? Well, it depends on what you want to learn. It depends on what you want to think about. I would strongly advise people, if they want to get a grasp of politics, I would suggest individuals research the political philosophers of Machiavelli, Thomas Hobbes. I would go John Locke, Second Treatise of Government, Montesquieu. I can go on and on. I mean, you know, this is what I'm talking about. What are the classifications need to be considered leftist? Well, leftist, obviously, in the American sense, is that of racial division, race hustling, socialism promoting, which means that you advocate free crap, even though you are contributing nothing to the tax system. You are an agitator, you're a complainer, and you don't participate in the political process, all right? How do millennials get into trades now? Somebody said something about a lot of unfulfilled jobs. Well, the way you get into trades is, unfortunately, you got to pay money to go to a school so that you can be certified. A lot of the trades actually coincide with permits and certifications. It's state regulated. So you got to kind of be certified in a lot of these trades, and as a result, that's what will get you, the money, because you will be a limited amount of folk that are actually certified to do whatever trade work. All right? My Tinder matches keep ending up as someone who doesn't reply or wants my credit card information. What am I doing wrong? I don't really know. I don't get Tinder, man. I don't get it. I mean, I guess possibly Tinder has everything to do with your profile picture. So maybe what I would do is take a look at your hairstyle a little bit, maybe put on some glasses, maybe the hipster glasses. Women they all like hipster glasses right now, Put on some hipster glasses, fix your hair. Make sure the background isn't of a shitty, a shitty bed, or unkept room or anything of that nature, or, dog crap on the floor, any of that stuff. But just, comb your hair, brush your teeth, add different layers to you. If you're not a very attractive person, add different layers, okay? Add some hipster glasses, throw some hair in front of your face, make sure to kind of exfoliate your face so that you can get all the goddamn blackheads and all the disgusting gunk out of your damn pores. And, take a damn picture and maybe you got lucky, all right? And not to mention just maybe you're looking a little too high for your standards. All guys, they all want the best looking tail, and with all due respect, you don't deserve it, all right? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the only way you're going to get tail is if there's going to be one of three ways, all right? First way is that you swoon a chick with game, and she falls for it, she drops trow, and then maybe after that you have a tumultuous relationship, or maybe not, okay? Second is you are an extremely attractive male, okay, and that you are so irresistible to the woman that they are coming up to you trying to pull the balls out of your pants, okay? Third, you are an unbelievable capitalist, and they can smell the money from you, and because of that, they're willing to drop trow as long as you give them a Louis Vuitton bag. All right? That's the three ways that you're going to get chicks. All right? That's all there is to it. Sucks, All right? And you got to peep game. Look, if you're not a good-looking guy and you don't have money, you got to peep game. All right? You've got to peep game. Now, what does that mean exactly? All right? Peeping game means this. And you always got to remember this, all right? Women give sex for love, men give love for sex, okay? Remember that. Always remember that, and you will be ahead of the game, okay? All right? Now, that's what game is. That's why peeping game. That's why you got to peep game to a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, what the hell is going on with white women? I don't know. What the hell's going on with them? I don't know what the hell is going on with them. As a matter of fact, I don't know what the hell's going on with this million-woman march that's happening out there during the Trump inauguration. I'm almost tempted. I'm almost tempted to give out cash. I'm almost tempted to give out cash to anybody who's out there in the Washington, D.C. area at the inauguration. If they've got a bullhorn or they can scream at these million-woman march, I will give money to anybody who got themselves on video saying, "Get back in the kitchen, you women." I'm not joking around. Tell these bimbos at the million-woman march at the Trump inauguration, tell them to get back in the goddamn kitchen. Jesus Christ. Why should millennials buy houses now when prices are sky high? I don't think they should. I think that as a millennial, you should stack your chips. You know, you should obtain net worth. I mean, you know as well as I, if you've been listening to this broadcast or even looking at the Case Shiller report, you know as well as I that this is an inflated real estate market. All right? And at some point in time, you're going to see a contraction. And what you need to plan for is a potential 25 to 30% down payment on whatever property that you may want to have, so that a financial institution will approve you of a mortgage. Because I'm telling you right now, this FHA crap, don't even get involved with FHA loans. And if you are, well, good luck. All right? But I don't think you should. I think you should wait about a year or 2 years, something of that nature, all right? Did you hear about the right stuff for the Daily Show? Oh, you're damn right I heard about that freaking crap. If y'all folks didn't hear, there was a supposed alt-right white supremacist podcast by the name of the Daily Show. I think that's what it was called. I think it was trying to make fun of Jews, I believe. And it was ran by some white supremacist guy. And I guess he, I don't know. His organization was called The Right Stuff. I think it was his website name. I think his freaking podcast was The Daily Show. Anyway, lo and behold, okay, this asshole is out here touting all this anti-Jew stuff, anti-Semitism, alt-right, white nationalism. You know, if you ain't white, you ain't right. All this crap. Meanwhile, he's married to a Jewish chick. Oh, the hypocrisy! And unfortunately, he got doxxed because, he talked way too much garbage about being, such a down-ass white supremacist and all this other nonsense. And they finally found out that his wife is a Jew. And apparently, the Jewish wife had no problem with it. Of course, right? She had no problem with it. She's there sitting next to the guy while this guy's making anti-Semitic rhetoric over a podcast, and she didn't care. You want to know why? Because they were making money. Oh. Good God. Anyway, let me continue going here. We're taking questions here since Radio Graffiti sucks the chrome off of a 57 Chevy bumper. All right. What other 4chan boards do you browse besides Poll? I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I think I've been on 4chan twice in my internet existence, and I've been on the internet since 1993. Okay. I don't go on 4chan. All right, the only reason that I'm on 4chan is because other peoples are putting me on 4chan. All right, I'm not joking around. I don't go on 4chan. I don't go on that stuff. All right, I don't even like message boards. I think the whole forum post crap is, I don't even know why people are still doing it. But hey, to each their own, okay? Anyway, will the CIA resist Trump's move to revamp it? Of course they are. That's why, unfortunately, we may have to bring people into custody. We may have to arrest some of these CIA agents in the upper echelon for running ISIS if necessary and other charges, you know. I'm just saying. Anyway, let me continue going on here, right? Anyway, like I said, I'm trying to look for more questions for all you folks that are wanting to ask. Should we end the war on drugs? I absolutely think we need to end the war on drugs. But as I stated when we were talking about the breaking up the boundaries of the state lines for competition in the insurance sector, the health insurance sector, that's not going to be a very easy feat to do because you will be disrupting the sovereignty of interstate commerce. And that's really the biggest focal point of debate as it pertains to health insurance and competition. It's really state regulated. All insurance agencies are regulated from state to state. And when you just kind of lift those state boundaries, then all of a sudden, you know, these insurance agencies compete, but it relinquishes the right of interstate commerce by the state. So that was the argument also made in a case by the Supreme Court when I believe it was Normal that tried to argue a decriminalization of marijuana on a recreational basis. They stated that it wasn't the fact that marijuana was illegal or was a hard narcotic. It was the fact that it would be disrupting interstate commerce, meaning that the states itself wouldn't be able to regulate it and wouldn't be able to tax it. All right, it's as simple as that. Anyway, let me continue going on here. I'm continuing to see if we can have any damn questions here that need to be answered. What is the slowest modem you ever used? Well, probably a 14.4K modem. And at the time, it was badass. I mean, at the time, it was, you know, badass. Who else do we have here? What do you think about Norse paganism? I don't. All right? I don't. Who else do we have here? Oh, Jesus Christ, with these sick, twisted pictures y'all are sending me, for Christ's sake. And look, stop sending me pictures of Boogie, for Christ's sake. Where in the hell do y'all find these sick pictures of this fat fraud? Good God. Will Obama pardon Bo Bergdahl? Man, if Obama pardons Bergdahl, I mean, Obama should be sent to prison, you know? Obama should be sent to goddamn prison. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Is there any good movies you can recommend me? You know, a good movie for a lot of you folks that happen to be, for whatever reason, diagnosed with, autism or high-functioning autism or Asperger's, I strongly advise you to watch and listen, the only reason I bring this up is because I like the guy. He's a good actor, Val Kilmer. He's about, in my opinion, he looks like he's on his way out. The guy looks in horrible shape. But I would recommend Real Genius. It was a 1980s cult classic movie. It's about a bunch of really smart kids that attend a highly sophisticated university that basically simulates Caltech. It's called Pacific Tech in the movie, but it simulates Caltech. You know, Caltech is such a prestigious scientific and mathematical university that you have to be tapped. You have to be recruited to be in this particular university, and it's a very small university, so there's not too many vacancies if you want to attend this particular university. You got to be the best of the best as it pertains to math and science if you want to attend Caltech, or in the movie Real Genius, Pacific Tech. Now, the reason I suggest this movie is because prior to the public education system deeming people highly functional, autistic, Asperger's, and all these other supposed variants of different social disorders, supposedly, We used to take people that would otherwise be autistic or highly functioning autistic or Asperger's, and we used to facilitate their intellectual potential to the most rapid and most ingratiating form possible. And this what we used to do, folks. I mean, when we saw a kid back in the 80s, back in the 70s, back in the 60s, when we saw a kid that was accelerating in math, accelerating in science, we used to pass them up grades. We used to see if they could actually pass tests, if they could fulfill high school at a faster rate. And that's what real genius is. It's about these kids that have obviously social disorders that would today be deemed high-functioning Asperger's or high-functioning autism. And instead, they go to Caltech and they develop projects, they develop technologies. And I don't want to give you the crux of the story, but remember, this is an 80s movie. And in the movie, they're basically emphasizing laser technology. And what it shows is that the professor of this particular university kind of utilizes his students to do a project that he was commissioned by the CIA to do, but he is basically having his students do it for him so that he can basically take the credit and the money for it. So anyway, that's the basis of the movie. That is a great movie. I like it very much. Real Geniuses, okay? Real Geniuses is the name of the movie, okay? Anyway, folks, my apologies on this really, really sucky Taco Tuesday radio graffiti. I do appreciate, though, that we went through a lot of different subject matters today, talking about Trump's different moves as he gets to president, cutting federal employees by 20%, lifting Russian sanctions in an exchange for a nuclear deal. We talked about James O'Keefe and Project Veritas uncovering the leftist terrorist plot at Trump's inauguration and the Pizzagate connection. We exposed Maxine Waters as an utter hypocrite and a complete and utter whore for the CIA. And we also talked about Roger Stone confirming through blood tests that he was poisoned with polonium-210 that almost killed him this last month, in the month of December. Anyway, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I will be back tomorrow, of course, same place, same time, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores, PoliticsGhost. Hopefully tomorrow you trolls have something better. All right? You ruined this Taco Tuesday because you all suck. I'm out of here.